So, what would happen if you put zombies in High School Musical? Alright, so, yeah, we're here to talk about Anna and the Apocalypse. This is gonna be... You and I have very different opinions on this one.
Oh, God.
You hated this. I had some fun with it. It's not that bad.
I really did. I can't say that it's like worse than some of the shit that you've put me through.
Not even close, dude.
No. But it's approaching. You can't have.
I wouldn't say it. I'm not gonna say this movie's great by any stretch of imagination, but it's not that bad.
This is an approaching velocity into shit town for me. I hate this movie.
Fair enough. Well, all right. What did you hate about it?
I hated the music, by which I mean the actual mix of the music was the background music and the vocals were not balanced well, and I'm blaming the theater again because there was like a speaker that was like 2x louder than the vocals, and it's just like I don't even what Hollywood ending, and it took me like the 30th time when they're reiterating that part of the song for me to get it. Mm-hmm. So I can blame the theater, but whatever. The songs are somewhat generic. The characters I felt were really flat, or really annoying, or really dumb. And you know what? It's a zombie movie, so I guess everybody's IQ needs to be tuned down a little bit.
I mean, like, it's a B movie that took a silly concept and ran with it. So it's one of those things, if you take it from that context, I had a perfectly fine time with this.
I don't know. I just, like, I saw a bunch of idiot people do idiotic things, except sleep in the ball pit. That was pretty smart, actually.
But that's a zombie movie, though.
No, but that's actually pretty smart for, like if you really need to, like, crash, like, a ball pit. What kind of zombie's gonna dig through that? Not many.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Unless you snore, then you're probably fucked.
Oh, yeah, you would not survive.
No.
But no, like, I get what you're saying. That being said, I'm not gonna say, like, oh, that was the point or anything like that, because that could be the point and still be stupid.
It's just like, what was the main girl, and then the best friend, and then the
I don't know, I feel this movie had, like, a healthy dose
asshole?
I think this movie had a healthy dose of self-awareness about it. Like, yeah, it's not gonna win any awards, but it's gonna just be bonkers enough to get a cult following.
There was just, like, that one bit where asshole guy was talking about having to kill his dad, and then...
Okay, I will agree that came out of nowhere.
No, yeah. It's just the question that brought that up was, what have you done that wasn't about yourself? It's like, I had to kill my dad. That's still about you!
I'm not disagreeing with you. It didn't really bother me.
Fine. I'm just... Yeah. And then there was the bit where the dad was, like, tied up, and then she came over and just did this fucking move.
Dude, it's such a schlocky movie.
I know.
Like, why are you nitpicking this?
It's so bad, but, like, there's clearly a scene where he's struggling, and he's like, he didn't.
Well, he can't, like, get it over his own head.
I don't know.
His arms are held down.
Whatever. It's not as bad as, like...
And the Riddler's doing a song number, so he can't interrupt that.
The Riddler?
That's what I'm calling the headmaster.
Oh, okay, got it. He was like
Dude.
a skinny... Hang on. He was like a skinny, shitty version of I had it.
I can't help you, man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was... Never mind. Anyway... I guess he's like a Bond villain. Yeah,
that's like I said that right off the bat, and like that's why I got like every scene he was in, I started laughing because I knew it was like, oh, there's one of these schlocky B movies. There's always one person that's gonna chew all the fucking scenery, and it's usually the villain. And there's this headmaster who thinks his school's like fucking Hogwarts or something, and he is just chewing the scenery like it's fucking bubblegum. It's great.
Like his thing is that the previous headmaster is retiring and he's taking on that role next year. But it's just like, dude, like...
But he's acting like, you
still work at a school. Like calm your tits.
I know, but again, I feel like you're taking this movie too seriously.
I think I walked into this movie with very different expectations and they failed me.
I mean, what were you expecting?
I was expecting... I didn't know it was a musical, and that's my fault. I was expecting...
To be clear, I clearly said this is a zombie Christmas musical before you said yes.
You know what? All I heard was zombie and Christmas, and I'm like, that's an interesting mix already.
And then apparently you missed the most important part of that.
The musical part. So, I don't know, I just hated everything about the characters.
I actually didn't mind the characters all that much. I thought they were well acted enough. I mean, like, it's not the writing. I just like the actors. I thought the actors did a good job.
Let's see. Hang on. While we're in a dire zombie situation, let me just immediately remember all of Santa's fucking reindeer. That's important.
Dude, it's a musical. Especially, it's like a High School Musical ripoff. It's playing by those tropes.
Oh, God. That guy was so dumb.
They were all dumb. Again, it's like, well, if you took the cast of High School Musical and threw them in a zombie apocalypse, that's what this movie is. Oh, God. And if you kind of look at it from that perspective, you can kind of have some fun with it.
I did like the one conversation where they were talking about celebrities that were like zombie or not.
Yeah.
That was a fun conversation. Everything else, I don't know. This movie wasn't for me.
Fair enough.
I don't like how they auto-tuned them so hard.
Yeah, I'm like none of the songs are really that memorable. Like, the one I kind of remember, I'm gonna remember the most is the one the headmaster sings, not for the lyrics, but just how batshit the actor was just giving it his like 120% and just chewing the scenery for all it's worth. And see, you shake your head. I think that's fucking great. So maybe that's a defining line right there, whether you're gonna enjoy this or not.
I guess so. I didn't care for the headmasters.
I don't care either, but he's having a great time. That's all I cared about. I don't care about him as a character. He just chewing scenery. He's having fucking fun with it. That's like the extent of my caring. This isn't a deep philosophical film about zombies. It's a schlocky B movie with musical numbers. And it kinda knows that a bit.
Oh. God. I did not enjoy this movie.
I can tell.
I would like to go home now.
Dude, come on. You can get more than 5 minutes talking out of this.
I mean, more importantly, I gotta get parking.
All right. Well, dude, we've only been talking for like 10 minutes. Give it a little fucking time.
This could be a short one. You've had a long day.
Well, I want to fucking talk about this. There we go.
Okay. Bleep. The gore was really nice.
There you go. See?
Like, those practical effects, I guess.
I mean, they kind of have to be. There's no way this movie had that big of a budget.
No, there's no way. The practical effects when they were like chewing up best friend kid was pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good practical effects in this movie. There's also quite a few effects where you could tell, like, okay, don't swing this too hard because you don't want to break the prop kind of moves.
Like the candy cane?
Yeah, with the candy cane especially. I was like, okay, they're very clear instructions. Don't swing this too hard.
Well, because it has to be like hefty enough that like it looks like it could hurt somebody, but hollow so that she can actually wield it.
I know, right? My was like, she has a pointy end. Why don't you just like stab more things?
Yeah. And honestly, if it's that hard to wield, then you should just go for the cricket bat. That's a much more
practical,
effective weapon. You know. Also, the one kid who did the Wolverine daggers.
Oh, I think I missed that part.
Oh, yeah, that was probably when you went out. Okay. Yeah. So there's a song where fucking prick asshole. Bully kid and his Goonies are doing a song about being toxic and masculine in a zombie apocalypse, and also throwing in stupid lines in their stupid song about killing zombies equal to points in their video game. And there's just the one kid, the one goon of this. He's got two like steak knives in between two, and he's just doing the Wolverine. I'm like, that's not very effective. Like, you're just gonna cut your shit.
But you know, if you're gonna be in a zombie apocalypse, you gotta try at least once.
I mean, at least do the double, you know, close fist it. But you know what? I will give him credit. He thought it looked cool, and for a little bit, I'm like, oh, did he find like A weapon? No, those are two steak knives. Okay, I see what he's going for. It does kind of look a little cool.
I mean, like, yeah, this movie's not gonna win any awards or anything like that. And like, if it's one of those things you kind of have to know it's gonna be a dumb B movie going into it to kind of enjoyment out of it. If you hated this movie, I totally get it. Like, for all intents and purposes, I should hate this movie. I'm kind of surprised I didn't.
Also, the guy like next to us, like, burped nice like 3 times in a row. It was fucking disgusting.
Well, I can't do anything about that one.
I know. It was really gross.
I mean, dude, you're gonna talk to the guy who like got yelled at Bohemian Rhapsody. That's kind of pretty low as far as like things I'm willing to tolerate at this point.
I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know.
You would not have fought him.
I probably would have screamed, did something. I don't know.
Yeah. Anywho, that's a topic for another day. But like, no, like I thought the acting was overall pretty decent. Like, what?
I can disagree.
I didn't say it was great. I said it was decent.
Okay. I don't know. I just felt like I disagree. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
I mean, you're allowed to voice your own opinions on the subject.
Oh, I think most of my I feel okay. Maybe the one, is she a lesbian?
I'm guessing.
Is the one character a lesbian? Oh, she said she had a girlfriend.
Yeah. So yeah, she's
so I guess she's the one character who is American.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So the one American girl who was a lesbian also ended up getting most of the kills.
Yeah, she did. She's also the only one that survives at the end.
No, she's the only one who has a car.
That's true. So yeah, she still survives at the end.
Ironically, they were saved by Honda Leaf.
Who knew? Hybrids will save the world.
Yeah, but now they live in a world with no electricity, so I don't know how long.
Yeah, that's gonna be a vantage point.
You know what? That's okay. They'll figure it out.
I mean, like, it's not the writing that's gonna help them in any way. It's more just the fact that the actors did what they could with it. But at the same time, like, I feel like there is a kind of a healthy self-awareness to how dumb this is that kind of helped it along for me. Like, when the first, like, it kind of does, like, the slow burner at first. This movie's not long. It's only an hour and a half.
Oh, God, it felt so much longer.
I know. Like I said, I had fun with it, but fair enough. To each their own. But, like, when they kind of do, like, the High School Music thing for, like, the first 20 or so minutes, and they do another song, and it's all the zombies, and everyone's dying, and there's all kinds of chaos, and then kind of plays that juxtaposition a little bit.
No, they do 2 songs about high school, and then they do the one song where shit goes down.
Well, yeah, I think that was kind of the point, though. It's more just so you're kind of used to that scenario, and all of a sudden, oh look, now there are zombies, and it kind of plays like juxtaposition a little bit, and then they just start dancing in a graveyard. No particular reason. They just happen to wander through a graveyard.
Like that's
like jokes like that, kind of like, all right, that kind of like got like a giggle out of me.
That's a route that you go to school on a daily basis. Yeah. There's just like I'm just gonna like walk through the cemetery. Nothing bad will happen today.
And then like there's the other joke they have where like there's a guy, his girlfriend gets separated and they're both kind of dumb, and then the girl's like, oh, he's seen every zombie movie, he'll know what to do, and he's the first one to go like, no, they're not, Ben, we don't need to check, they're fine. Like jokes like that. I was like, all right, that was kind of clever.
Okay, yeah, I think I missed that. No, I remember it now. That was actually a little funny.
Yeah, so like jokes like that, like, all right, there's stuff like that I kind of get into a little bit. Like this is not gonna make my top 10 list, but it's more like, obviously if I pick a zombie comedy, I'm gonna go with Shaun of the Dead first and foremost. But like for like an hour and a half, I thought this was fine. Like I got a few giggles. I laughed at how over the top it is and how ridiculous and dumb it is. You know, it's kind of one of those B movies. And if first off you go in the wrong expectations apparently, and 2, that's just not really your thing, then yeah, you're gonna hate this.
I think I saw the big cutout board right beside it, and it said, "Oh, it's like Shaun of the Dead." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm down with that." And then this is not like Shaun of the Dead.
No, like I said,
Shaun of the Dead is a lot funnier.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna argue that point. But like again, for what it is, it's bonkers enough to get a cult following. I can see it having cult status in a couple years. Like, there's gotta be an audience for this. I know there already kind of is an audience, because I know it's got limited release not too long ago. So now just finally going wide. But yeah, it's crazy, it's stupid, it's insane. The Headmaster's a lot of fun to watch for me. But then again, I also like insanely over the top, I know in a dumb movie, I'm gonna eat every piece of cardboard I can find in this fucking set kind of actors, and he's definitely in that category. Right from basically playing a Nazi in the beginning to playing a Batman villain at the end.
Yeah, he was kind of like the Joker near the end.
Yeah, where he's like wearing the top hat and he's got like the little like scarf thing going on. He's playing with the headlights. He's goose stepping across the stage.
Yeah. I think he sort of lost it when the one lady in the PTA just sort of slapped him.
Yeah, but again, that I every time he was on screen, I loved it. Like that was like, honestly, he may have made the movie for me more than anything else. Just watching him, it's like watching Jeremy Irons ham it up, kind of.
In which movie?
Well, like, not one of his best examples, but like Die Hard 3, for example. Jeremy Irons, he was the villain in Die.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Like, holy Toledo, someone had fun. Kind of my reaction watching this movie, honestly, a little bit. Or at least him, because again, he was just having a blast. Like, you need to get on set. No! What's the part that happens?
It's unlock those lips, and it's just like two teenagers.
Hand sanitizer is your friend. People's mouths are not.
Oh, he was like a little bit of Snape at the beginning, but at the end he was like
Jim Carrey's Riddler.
A little bit of Jim Carrey with a little bit of Voldemort.
A little bit, yeah, I can see that. All right. I can see that. So yeah, like, you're gonna have some fun with this. You're gonna think it's really dumb, and you're right either way. It's kind of one of those films. So yeah, there we go. Now we can transition out.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go over trailers like really quick because mostly we've gotten before already. Yeah, first one we got is for 5 Feet Apart.
Oh,
the newest movie in the girl is dying romance porn that seems to be popular since fucking. What was that fucking movie called with Cancer Girl?
I don't know. There's so many Cancer Girl movies.
Well, like the one that popularized it. Fault in Our Stars. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In anime, we call that Your Lie in April.
Okay. Well, different genres, different setting trends.
No. Same genre.
Well,
the girl has cancer or something.
Would you consider anime its own separate genre from live action? I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I guess you can calculate all of them in the dying from cancer category.
There's still of the visual medium. You're still watching something if it's animated or live action, but if the content is just like, well, she's dying and he's got to deal with it.
Well, in this case, how these movies usually go, from my experience, is it's about dying girl. They deal with dying girl's problems. Then dying boy shows up. Focus turns to dying boy. Dying boy dies. Sick girl is sad. The end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you $20 that this movie ends right here. Calling it right now.
I mean, at least we don't have to bet about the dog movie and how that ends.
That was a sucker's bet. I bet the dog gets shot in the last second. Just watch.
or like a truck runs over the dog right as they get back together.
Oh no,
Bella!
Or just has like a fucking old Yeller twist where she got bitten by the cougar and now she has rabies.
Oh, that's actually sad.
It's like, there's my boy, I must kill him. That's how the inner monologue goes. Turns into fucking Cujo.
Jesus.
My version would get all the kids going, Mommy!
What was next?
Then we got Pet Sematary.
All right.
Speaking of dying dogs and cats.
Yeah, so wait, is that movie about the cemetery bringing shit back, or is it the kids?
Yes and no.
I didn't read the book. I don't like the last horror anything that I actively chose to read was The Shining, and then I had nightmares from reading a book.
Well, yeah, it's a horror book
for 2 weeks. Well, you know what? No one told me you could get nightmares from books.
Well, now you know. You had to learn the hard way.
Yeah. The lady in the bathtub scene was really bad.
It's still bad. I don't care what version you watch. It's still bad.
Ugh.
or read. No, Pet Cemetery is basically a story about a cemetery that supposedly brings their dead pets back to life, but they come back changed and just a little bit off. And then someone's kid dies, so they bury the kid in the cemetery, and the kid comes back, and he's like possessed by something.
Okay, that sounds fucking horrifying.
Yeah,
That's the kind of thing where when you notice that, like, this is the difference between, you know, like, horror movie people and real movie people. It's like, as soon as the cat comes back to life and you know you buried the cat, it's like, we're moving. Sell the house, cheap, doesn't matter. We'll just move to Connecticut. Everything's cheap there.
Well, that's how this movie starts, isn't it? They moved. The last people went, nope.
Nope. That's...
They literally moved into the place for the last people noped the fuck out of there.
Have you ever seen that YouTube video where it's like if black people were in the horror movie situations, and just like Mike Myers walks in on like them with a knife, and it's just like a bunch of these black guys and they're just playing Smash, like, boy, you better leave if you don't want to get jumped. And Mike Myers is like, yeah, okay. Just shit like that.
All right.
Yeah. So if that same group of people showed up and it's like, you bought a house next to a pet cemetery, we're leaving. No, we're not. Why'd you even buy this house?
You're cheap. Do you know how much harder it is to get this much like fucking lot or square footage in this area?
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's true.
I jump like it's next to Haunted Cemetery. I'll roll those dice for like the end of my first lease, but we're not going near there.
No, see, that's why we burned the cemetery immediately. It's not that big of a deal.
But I don't want to risk like unleashing whatever Satan's demons are in there.
Yeah, you got a good point.
So like, just don't fucking bury anything in there.
No, that's why we rent out the place. You buy the house and rent out the place,
and we just really hike up like the break lease amount you have to pay.
Yeah, no, it's like...
So we have guaranteed income, like maximum income every month.
Like the deposit... Okay, it's month to month, and the deposit is $6,000, and you're not getting it back. Why are we not getting it back? You'll find out.
Say hello to Muffins for me.
Oh, Muffins was the bad cat.
Muffins eats children.
Wow.
Mr. Bigglesworth starts fires.
Jesus. All right. What's next?
Then we got Happy Death Day to You.
Oh, okay. So that was the trailer you walked down on.
I know I've seen the trailer though, so I know what it is.
Okay, so that's the first time I've ever seen it, and it looks really fun.
Did you see the first one?
I didn't.
It was a fun enough movie.
Is it the same thing?
Basically, it was like it was Groundhog's Day, but in a slasher movie.
That's the part that makes it fun, because if you take away the consequence of death, then it's actually a fun movie.
Yeah, I remember being fun enough. I didn't think it took enough advantage of its concept, although the best parts of the movie were just trying to figure who murdered her, so she has a suspect list, and then she just keeps randomly dying in one convoluted way or another. Like the killer, she's spying on somebody in the bush, and the killer just shows up right the fuck out of nowhere. But, yeah, I'm reading okay. Hopefully, the second one looks like it's taking more advantage of the concept, so we'll see.
Yeah, they definitely quote a little bit of Groundhog Day where she's taking a bath and just drops a hairdryer in.
Yeah. Well, they even kind of like a wink and nod at the end of the first movie when they're like everything's resolved and they're sitting in the coffee. It's like, you know what this all kind of reminds me of? You know that movie? What movie? Like the one with Bill Murray?
All right. See, like, I can get behind that.
All right.
Because I don't do horror, Mike.
I know you don't.
Not very well.
Then we got Aquaman.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it's, from what I've heard, because reviews are out for this movie now, it's like saying it's still at 68. It's not as bad. But from what I understand, this movie's like it shoots for the fucking moon. So whether or not that works for you is kind of up to you.
I mean, it's Aquaman.
Hey, Aquaman's awesome.
Aquaman was awesome until they made a movie about it.
He's still awesome. This movie does not detract from that awesomeness. That man summoned a giant zombie shark once.
That's horrifying.
It was great. It ate a helicopter.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I know this because like my favorite memes for a while, just like Aquaman doing this as a gigantic fucking zombie shark comes up and eats something, and it's just him going, "You're useless," they said. "Dumb powers," they said.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I would expect.
Then we got fighting with the family.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then last trailer we got was the Prodigy.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
I don't, this is like half of the reason, like, I maybe only want like one kid.
Well, in case they get possessed by some weird.
Because if it
killer.
gets possessed, then I'm just leaving behind one kid. Like, what if the possession's like contagious and there's 2 kids that are possessed? No.
See, my thought every time I see that trailer is since it's Piper from Orange is the New Black that's in the movie, I keep thinking she goes like, "What's wrong?" Like, "I had a dream, Mommy. I had a dream to start a neo-Nazi group in prison."
Oh, she deserves that.
So yeah, that was the last trailer. So, do you recommend this movie?
If you liked High School Musical, maybe, or if you really liked bad movies.
Yeah, I've seen.
If you liked the Emoji Movie, you might like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a low fucking bar,
Yeah,
man. No.
That's how I'm grading it.
No.
Marginally better.
No, dude. That's way too extreme.
You're right. Sherlock Gnomes.
Fuck you. Well, it's got 79 on Rotten Tomatoes, so fuck you.
Well, 79% of people are wrong.
No. See, Anna, it's
just like 3% of people are wrong about Spider-Verse.
Wait, say that again?
3% of people are wrong.
Oh, I thought you said like 70% of people are wrong about Spider-Verse.
Why would 70? No, clearly it's the 3. I'm assuming it hasn't changed.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's still 97, but no.
3% of people are wrong about Spider-Verse.
No. Yeah, see, Rotten Tomato agrees with me, so I'm right, therefore.
Yes, that's how arguments work. Which fallacy is that?
I'm sure I could look it if I cared enough, but I'm just gonna take it the fact that I'm right.
Yeah, okay, you've had a rough day.
Thank you. I'll take my smug victory and I'll go.
Chris's GoFundMe?
For those who are wondering the context, my car got broken into today.
It's fixed. It's
Thankfully.
fixed. All the windows are here.
Yeah, don't fucking touch it. In my
anything,
luck, you're like, all the windows are fixed.
If anything, it's a new window, so it'd be stronger than the other windows.
Life waits for me to say self-different things like that. Like, what could go wrong? Smash.
It's like in The Martian.
How long have you known me?
It's like The Martian when he digs up the radioactive isotope and he's like, what could possibly... And then it just cuts the next thing. I was about to say, what could possibly go wrong with a radioactive isotope?
Life waits for me. Do not tempt fate on camera. I don't even believe in God, but he's watching.
Alright, fine. It was like...
Okay, maybe not like... by the way, I'm agnostic, for those wondering.
It wasn't my favorite movie.
Fair enough. Like, I understand your reasons. I think you're being a little harsh, though.
I can be angry.
I mean, like, I'd be the last person to judge you for being angry about a film. But compared to the Emoji Movie, it's pretty damn harsh, man.
You're right. It's like Justice League.
Honestly, kind of a little better. I mean, dude, I saw fucking Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. You want to talk about fucking dog shit.
Which one is that one?
Don't look it up. Don't. Oh. It was one of the worst films of that year.
Okay.
It was like, if you think this movie's bad, this was like 20 times worse.
Good, I won't watch it.
Yeah, don't, please. I'm mad that I even brought it up. All right, good night, guys.
Good night, Martha.